Hi everyone, I am very excited because last night I finished my copy of Magical Worlds. Well, my first copy. I've actually got a second copy now, but we won't go into that here. Let's get started on a flip through. I have got my list. Now this is a list of all the pages in the book which I've made available to everyone for free on my Ko-fi, and I've pretty much filled out most of it with what pencils I've used, which means that I can let you know what I've been doing. Yeah, as I say, I'll put a link to this list in the description, so if you want to make a note of when you coloured the picture, when you started, when you ended, and what you used to colour it, it's quite a useful little guide. Now I didn't do the cover. I don't do covers anymore. I have had a go. It's not for me, so I don't do them anymore. But let's get that in the middle so you can have a look. So this very first page was done with Polychromos pencils. I'm just going to use a little bookmark on my page so I can work it out, what's going on. And there's a little bit of gold pen around the edges of all the stars, which might not come out too well, but they are there. Now this second page here was done with Pablo pencils, and I wanted to do something a little bit different with the three moths, and I think it might be a video, but I'm not sure. Can't remember about that one. But some of the pages I've made as tutorial videos, so some of them you can find in my Magical Worlds playlist. This page here was done with Polychromos. A little bit of white pen on the diamond, and a few dots here and there. Now this double page, I decided to make it all match. Let's just move across a little bit. And I used my Shapira Farben pencils for this. There's some really pretty colours, but I kept it symmetrical and tried to get the colours sort of matching with that one. I actually didn't do those. A little bit too small. I just decided to leave them. They were too teeny. Now this page here was a series that I did. I think I did the pumpkin in October for sort of Halloweeny theme, and then did the rest afterwards. This is a particular favourite of mine. Hang on a minute. Polychromos for those. So as I say, there's a video for each one of these. This one here was also done with Polychromos. There is a lot of Polychromos because they're my favourite pencil, but I do play around with other brands as well. Now in the photo that I shared of this one when I did it, the castle looked white, but it's actually done in a very light warm grey colour. And here we have our little octopus. He is also done in Polychromos. We have this sort of sunrise or sunset type thing going on there with him. And this turtle, he's done with, it says, Chromaflow. I thought it looked like Castle Art Harmonious pencils there. Now I didn't do a video for him, but he is in the 2026 weekly colouring planner, so I will be colouring him, but in a different colour scheme. It's an interesting scheme, but it's not particularly pretty, I don't think, but yeah. Mr. Sloth, I messed him up a little bit, I shall have to say. He's done in Chromaflow, I think. Hang on, no Polychromos, I'm lying. He's done in Polychromos. Now I was going to do the leaves on him the same as the leaves here. So I did him sort of olivey colour leaves, thinking I'd do it all olive and it'll match the orange. And then for some reason I picked up the wrong pencil. I was on the phone, I think, just started colouring it all wrong. So anyway, that's how it's turned out. It's not too bad, is it? These frogs and snails, these are all a little series of videos. Castle Art Gold. And there's one video for each of these little designs. They're cute, aren't they? And as well with these flowers, I haven't actually noted down which pencils I use for these. I'm having a look. That grey blue should be a clue. Don't know. I haven't got it noted down. So, but there's videos for each one of those. Not for this one though. Nessie, as I think it is. Polychromos. A lot of fun with that one. Now this dragon is rather a favourite of mine. It says Prismacolor, but I don't think it is. I've written that down wrong. It's not Prismacolor at all. These are far more like to be polychromos, looking at those colours. Not sure, but there we go. And this one has got a silver background. I don't know. Let me have a look. That could very easily be polychromos with the warm greys and things. Oh, the sun's coming out. I was hoping it wouldn't. We'll see if we're okay. This one was done with metallic pencils. I actually really like the way you can get a nice effect on the sort of corally bits with a metallic pencil. So I had a lot of fun with those. They were the Brute Funa metallics, but them and the castles are pretty much muchness, I would say. Now this one doesn't say what I used, but this peach colour looks like a Pablo to me, and the way it lays down on the paper, so I think there's Pablo pencils. This one was a video, Stedler Design Journey for the main part, and then pastel, soft pastels for the background. And there's also some shiny pen around the stars and moon, but as I say, there's a video or video series there on my channel if you want to follow along with that one. This one is Chroma Flow. Try to do a sort of galaxy style background. It isn't the best one that I've done better, but it was a bit of fun anyway. This one looks like polychromos. It is. So lots of different. I decided I wasn't going to make everything the same. So sometimes on these pages I would do every pumpkin the same, but I didn't. I think I did a video for some of these pumpkins for Halloween, but I can't remember. Anyway. Oh, I did one for that and that, I think. Okay, now we have our little hummingbird. I did that with Derwent pencils. The background, I did it loads of times and I just still couldn't get the colour that I wanted. But anyway, we got there. This was a series. I haven't, Castle Art Soft Touch I used for this, and there's some pen work. And you can see that maybe the circle from here has come off on here. That always happens. You can spray fixative to stop it, but I just don't. It smells too much, and you risk spoiling the page. I've ruined pages with fixative, so I'm just a bit not very happy about doing that. But this is every one of these is a little video, so you can go and find those if you want to colour along with me. The same with these. Now these dragons were done from a colour palette in a book. I didn't actually bring the book through to show you, but they're done with Holbein. There's obviously the pastel tones. Oh, my camera is adjusting to the sunshine. This one I had loads of fun with. I've got a question saying, did I do it with Faber-Castell? Maybe they're classic pencils. Some of these are done with their pastel ones, so a bit of a mix there maybe, but that was a lot of fun. And this one, polychromos, I did for that one, I think. Just looking at it, I think my stomach's gurgling. I hope you can't hear it. Maybe you can. Now these 3 succulent pots were done as videos. 3 separate videos. I didn't note down what pencils I used for those. Not sure. It'll, you know, not sure about those pinks. I don't think they're polychromos. I don't know, maybe Castle. Then this circular design polychromos. It's quite hard to see, isn't it? And it's not because it's such a small amount. And this vines and the house. I didn't colour in the smoke. I left it white, which is interesting. I did that one with Ergosoft pencils. I was going to use them today, but it's too hot. I can't use Ergosoft pencils in the heat. They melt into my hand. The paint on the outside barrels. This crab I did with Pablo pencils, and there's some white pen on the outside. I did that quite recently. Okay, now we have one done with a colour cube card. This one here. This is the colour cube card 261. This is a Sarah Renee Clark colour cube card, and I used this palette to do this. This sand colour I used like the greys. I changed it a little bit. You have to a tad to fit in with what colours you've got. but I thought it would look quite interesting. Obviously it's a very autumnal palette. I didn't want to make it look like an autumn page, but I think I was so happy with how it came out. Now this page with the castles on is Castle Art Soft Touch, and again that's a little series. There's one each in the series. And this page was also a series. I used Black Widow's pencils for this one. I was really pleased with how that came out. It was a lovely page to colour though. I think if I'm really enjoying the page, then that really helps it look better, if that makes sense. Now this owl's done in Pablo. I can tell by these beigey colours. And this one is done in Black Widow. And these pages I find a little bit tricky and never quite know what to do. And rather than trying to do a repeat pattern, so every leaf that looks like that doing the same, for example, I find that quite hard because I often miss them out and then I can't remember what pencil I used. So I just did a sort of rainbowy thing instead. I just went through my pencil case and just coloured each one a different colour. It was good fun. Oh, I did this one yesterday. I find candies, this is Pablo I used, I find candy quite hard to colour. So I didn't know whether to go to brights or to go with pastels, and because this was all pastels I thought I'd go for brights on this page, so that's what I did. This one I did with pastel tint pencils, and there's a lot of glitter pen on there as well. It was done at Christmas time, I think. I tried to make them sparkly. It's quite hard to see. The glitter often wears off, right? This one I did as a video, I think, because I was really stuck and I needed some help. So I thought if I do it as a video, you can help me. Yeah, obviously you weren't there, but you know, thank you for your help. I don't think the bottle tops are the right colour. Don't like them, but you know. This one was a video too, Castle Arts Gold. I had a lot of fun with that one. I love colouring bricks and purple and bubbly potions and fire. So it was just a really good fun page, that one. This one wasn't a video, Polychromos. It's quite simple really, if you have a quick look at it. The background is just done with pastels and a cloud stencil, and I just did a lot of layers of colour to make it quite bright. And this one, wow, that sun is bright. This one is Stedler pencils. So that was interesting. I wanted to make the hearts pink to make it look a bit more special, but I think they should really be like green vines, but why not? Then this one I used Polychromos. Wanted to make it look really sort of very special and, you know, regal. So put in all those golds. It was good fun. This one I used a colour cube card for 260, so it's this one, another sort of autumnal type colour. I don't know the best place to put it, but again I didn't want it looking too autumnal, so I kept the leaves green and then did these autumnal colours for all the other things. It was fun. I didn't really know how to colour all these sort of mothy butterfly pictures, which is why I grabbed a couple of cards for a couple of them. Just stopped me having a sort of colour block, mental block on colour sort of thing. This one was done with Castle Arts Gold, and it was a series again on my channel, so you can do each one in a video. And this one here I did with Prismacolor, and again it was a series. This is a soft pastel background, so that was interesting. I don't use Prismacolor very often, so in videos, because so many people do. I try and just be a bit different, but you know, I did with that one. Now these two dragons, they couldn't look more different. This one is done with Prisma. I just did that myself. I have a feeling that this was a series, Castle Arts Gold, and I think I did it at Easter because it's got an egg. I mean, obviously dragons aren't very Eastery, but again I wanted it to look really regal and important, and purple and gold, it just seemed to be the right thing for that one. Now I did this one yesterday as well. I had loads of fun. This was done with Prismacolor. I was just playing with my Prismas, tried to make the dark look like a real mallard as much as I could, colour wise, and then worked quite hard on getting that water looking nice. I was watching some tennis at the same time, so that was fun. Never sure how to colour buildings, but I wanted the duck to be the thing that stood out in the water, so Now, I didn't think I'd done this page. When I saw it in the planner, I was like, oh, I don't recognise that page, but I had. I used pastel tint and harmonious pencils, a mixture of both, because the Castle Arts pastel tints are quite pale and you can't get a lot of shading with them, so I used the harmonious to put in some darker bits here and there to sort of shade it a bit. And we have a tree. This one I used Castle Arts Gold for. And then this one is the series, Chroma Flow pencils. There's one video for each of the little designs. You can go and have a little look at that if you want to. Sorry, slipping away there. Then this one, which I did quite recently, this is Staedtler Design Journey. I picked a small pencil for the little details. It was a fun one to do, actually. And then this one I used Artex. Now, I find my Artex pencils quite challenging, but actually I had loads of fun with this one. I just had to layer it up quite a lot, and my mountains kept changing colour. They started off in this sort of ginger root, and then I added some brown, then some grey, then some purple, then some more grey. Just like, and in the end, I was happy. A lot of work there, but hey. And another tree house. It doesn't say what I used, but I know that I used polychromos. I can see that by looking. This one was also done with polychromos, and it was a video, so you can go and follow along with that one if you wish. The background is done with soft pastels and a cloud stencil, really quite straightforward. This one was a series of videos done with polychromos. I used some books to help me with how to do the various designs of the gemstones, and I just enjoyed it so much. I love those videos. I just had fun. Now this little guy seems really popular. People really like him. They're Holbein pencils. First time I'd ever used my Holbeins. I was just playing and experimenting. It's great fun. Now this guy, polychromos, I did him as a kingfisher. I don't know if he's a kookaburra or kingfisher, but I did him as a kingfisher, and I had lots of fun. And I knew that people probably would want this as a video, but it's in next year's weekly planner, actually the very last picture in next year's planner, so I thought I'd leave it till then. And the same with this toucan, he's also in the planner, so I just coloured it without doing a video for him, and he is done with polychromos as well. Now this page, oh, we've got a lot of colour, because this is black, it's really transferring over here. But this page is a series of videos, and they were done with Chroma Flow pencils. I like this dragon, lovely colour. Anyway, modest as well. So those you can, there's a video for each of those, but this page there isn't. I was a bit stuck for a while as to how to do this, and I'm still not too happy with those clouds, but never mind. Shapiro Farben pencils I used for that one. And this is a video, Pablo pencils. I don't know why I did a gold cloud, but it was fun. I didn't want to do it grey or silver, so I did it differently. This is also a video done with Chroma Flow pencils. There is a background on here, but you can't see it. I used a star stencil. I can just about see it with some pearlescent, yeah, there's a lot of this colour transferring over here, pearlescent pan pastel, but it's really hard to see. Right, let's just turn my page so I can see what I used for this one. Okay, I haven't written down. That's polychromo, so I can tell by those colours that's a light magenta. This needs a bit more work, I feel. If I'd burnished, if I'd blended and put a white pencil over that background, it would have looked a load better. But yeah, that's that. This page is also polychromos with a soft pastel sunsetty background. Now this one, these two are both polychromos as well. It's a matching colour palette. Don't know why, but you know, this one I like. This one not so sure about. Was a bit unsure. Colouring horses isn't really my thing. my area of expertise. I really enjoyed colouring this page. Doing that frame was so much fun. I'm hoping to find another page with a similar frame that I can have a play with, because I just had such fun. And I used Chroma Flow pencils. It was just lovely. This one I used Tombow, and I wanted to do some really fluorescent brights, and so had a lot of fun with that one actually, and didn't do it much shading, just did bright colours apart from here. It was good fun. This one I did, let me have a look, Staedtler Design Journey for this one. Now this galaxy background is a lot better. This was done with Chroma Flow pencils. Oh, that sun is coming in on the corner. Yeah, Chroma Flow pencils for that one. Then this one was a series. You can see this is really, the blue has come over here a lot. Each one of these is a video, and that was Castle Arts Gold. This one was done in Holbein pencils. I've done another version of this for a video series, which I'm uploading at the moment. It's going to be out in July for my new copy of the book. The background is much better, I'll just say. Colours are really similar. Still did those. Yeah, interesting. This pair of hairs was done in Posca pencils. These 3 bottles were a video, Castle Arts Gold. Again, there's a lot of transfer over from there. It looks like dirty marks all around the pages. This guy was done with a colour cube card, this one here. Let's put it over there for a minute. I used Black Widow pencils, and I think he's a video, I'm pretty sure. And the background is done with pearlescent, the sort of moon, but you can't really see it. It might be the silver Posca, pan pastel actually, I'm not sure, but it doesn't show up. 3 moths. I'm not sure if this was a video series or not. Polychromas, I can't remember. This one I did last night. The end I used Staedtler Design Journey pencils. Then I used Ergosoft for this page. And this page I coloured when I did my flip through of the very original flip through of the empty book, and I just coloured that at the end of the video. So there is that one as a sort of odd one that you can find as well. So there is the book completed. What I'm going to do is take a photograph of every page and make a little short slideshow video, so they'll be a little bit more zoomed in, and you can then hopefully spend a little longer looking at each one if that's something that you want to do. I don't know when I'm going to be able to get that done, but this one, it'll be after this one comes out. So there we go. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that was useful, interesting, fun. If you want any of the videos and you can't find them, drop me a comment and I will send you the link. And if you've got any questions or anything like that, please ask. I always answer all the comments. And yes, please do consider subscribing to the channel. Please like the video, and yes, comment away. Let me know which is your favourite picture. I'd love to know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a really super day, and happy colouring.